as you can see, the boys from Hennessey Performance got me 1600 horsepower and a Honda Accord. Now, of course, the engine's not stock, it's a Hellcat engine. And even the Hellcat engine's not stock, but 1600 horsepower. I mean, we did have some other runs when it was a little bit more inconsistent. The first run's 941 and then third run's 1300. But dude, 1300 horsepower on a bad run, that's like 10 times your horsepower. But I'm sure you may be wondering, okay, well, what's done to the engine? Because you probably already seen this car many times before. I already know that it used to make 1029 horsepower for more than a Demon 170. So now I haven't tested this car, but this could probably run a 0 to 60 in under a second. Like, no joking BS, like under a second flat on an unprepared surface, because beforehand I was running 1.5s with 600 less horsepower, and this is all-wheel drive. So oh yeah, I forgot, I'm a real racer. I can't show you what's actually under the hood, but I can tell you because it's just words. You believe me or not, it doesn't matter. The supercharger has been upgraded. It's a 4.5 Whipple instead of just the stock 3.0, and there's also a custom supercharger cover on top of that to make it look like the stock one. So if I do have to pop the hood just to show someone like, oh, it's just a stock Hellcat engine, I can still fool them. Now, as you just witnessed, 1600 horsepower launching in a car like this is quite the sight to see. But when I hit up Hennessey Performance, I didn't want just 1600, because after you get to 1000 and all the dweebs are talking smack like, oh well, there's GTRs with 2000. Listen, bud, y'all have really sparked my villain arc. Okay, I'm gonna be making this car 3000 horsepower. Those weak GTRs making barely 2K. We're making 1600 with minor upgrades. And once I go back to Hennessey Performance for further tuning and modifications to the engine, which I can't even leak, me even saying that I have a bigger supercharger, it's a little bit too much right away. But the next time I go back, which will be, I don't know exactly when, but sometime soon, I'm aiming for at least 2000, because of course you gotta be reasonable. I can't go from 1000 to 3000 just like that. Plus, I've never driven a car that has 3000 pounds, let alone weighs barely 3K. So this car is gonna be you know, flying in the air real soon. Like, this is not even gonna be a car. I'm building a airplane at this point. Like, I think actually, how much horsepower does an airplane have? Because this might have more. This might have more than an airplane. Now, some people want to claim that the Hellcord is fake and there's no way it makes 1600 horsepower. But wake up, wake up, wake up. Do you really think a car that doesn't have 1600 horsepower can move like this? Now, being a vehicle that's this modified, of course it makes sense to run multiple maps with different tunes, so I don't have to always have, let's say, max aggression Burble tune or something like that. Because right now, the Burble tune, it sounds insane, but it's a little bit too much for just, you know, daily driving. But if you did miss the Burble tune video, it is on the screen right now, so just click it to go watch it.